up? It's Rafael.
And Dakota.
And this week on FTRealM, we're talking about famous FTM YouTubers. So our title says that famous FTM YouTubers aren't that great, but we actually think that they are because they put themselves out there to inspire others and to make really good role models for the community.
However, a lot of these people are honestly just like all of us who are making this video and watching this video. They have real lives, they have real struggles, and at one point in time, they're exactly where we all are as well.
So we kind of wanted to make this video for the channel to talk about not who our favorite FTM YouTubers are or their videos or anything like that, but to kind of talk about the fact that while it is good to look up to somebody or have a role model within the community, maybe it's an older guy, someone who's further along in their transition, it's good to give yourself, I guess, like a reality check and remember that their lives are very similar to mine and yours. They have their good days and their bad days.
And just like you and I do on Instagram and Facebook and social networks, they have control of what they choose to show us, and they only choose what they show us, as in if they're having an awful day, they can make an Instagram post or Facebook status or whatever it may be, or a YouTube video and say, hey, I'm feeling great, guys, but in reality it's a really bad day for them and they may be dysphoric or they may have just had a fight with their family or something like that. So again, we only know what they choose to show us.
And that's the same, I mean, it's like that with a lot of the YouTubers. I know and have spoken to a couple of, and so has Dakota, a couple of like these, famous YouTubers, these guys who have a lot of subscribers or who have a lot of viewers or a lot of followers or whatever. And they honestly are completely different in real life than how they come off on YouTube. And that's really honestly where it opened my eyes, because like a year and a half ago, there were a couple of guys on YouTube where, watching them made me feel better, but at the same time, it made me feel kind of depressed because I was like, wow, their lives are so much better than mine, and then I started getting more involved in the community. I started talking to more guys, and I started meeting more guys. I met some of the guys at the conference and other places. And, they're human. They have problems with their families. They have dysphoric days or problems with pronouns and getting misgendered, or, they're not positive and happy 100%.
Okay, so like Rafael said, it's really good to have role models within the community, because if you didn't have role models, then who are you supposed to look up to or be excited about testosterone changes or anything like that, or changes in your life? It's great to have role models. However, we shouldn't put people up on pedestals. We shouldn't try to be exactly like these YouTubers and exactly like people who we see on Instagram. We should also admit to ourselves that we're our own own individuals, and we each have personalities, and we each have good and we have bad days, and it's good to have people like in a support system to reach out to on those bad days. However, not every day is going to be a good day.
Right, and to continue on that thought, I really think that these famous YouTube guys would appreciate it more if, while you might admire them, like Dakota said, not to put them on a pedestal, because I mean, if that were me, I would be really uncomfortable, and I would be really uncomfortable seeing people, trying to be just like me, or I have a friend. And, people are copying him all of the time. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but, this one guy even asked him what the initials in his name that he goes by stand for. And he was literally like, I'm not going to tell you that because, all of these people just, they copy everything that I do. And I think it's really important for you to kind of do your own thing and be yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can pretend to be somebody else for as long as you want to, but eventually you're going to crash and you're going to be left with yourself. And you've got to find a way to get comfortable with that.
You have to find a way to be happy with yourself, because at the end of the day, you may have an awesome support system, but at the end of the day, it's you who has to be happy with yourself.
So to sum it all up, we really appreciate and think very highly of not just the famous FTM YouTubers, but any FTM YouTuber who puts himself out there and takes the time out of his week, because it takes time to make these videos and everybody's busy. I know we're really busy with work and family and trying to, you know, do whatever it is that we need to do. And so yeah, we really appreciate anyone who, you know, is a brave tran and goes and puts themselves out there for the community, so that the younger generation or guys who are just starting out have someone to look up to or ask questions or get advice from. But pretty much to sum it up, you know, you have to be yourself, and you can't live through these guys or try to be just like them, because then you're not being you. And that's what the whole transition is about, being you.
No, we're not now.
Stop. Stop. Just stop. Just.
Let her.
Okay.
This is Dora, one of our chihuahuas.
Who's attached at my hip 24/7?
And she smells
And
really
literally
good.
was sitting by my feet while I'm standing here making this video.
You look really long, right?
Alright.
So bye. Bye. She doesn't want to say bye.
But we will for her then. Look at her nuzzling. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Talk about, I forget, but you can look at the about section and see what we're talking about every week before we actually talk about it. Okay, bye.